So, how this is going to work. I've given you a list of potential artists that you can choose from if you don't have one readily available. If you do have like a specific artist in mind that you would like to share, remember it has to be school appropriate, but go ahead. I'm just giving you a list because maybe not everybody has an artist name that will pop into their head, right? And I don't want you to have to spend a ton of time researching or looking up or whatever. So one of the artists that's in your list is Kendi Wiley. Amazing artist, post-modernist, which means he's painting now and today. He was commissioned to do President Obama's presidential portrait. And he is known for using these amazing patterned backgrounds. So lots of pattern. They typically have a good bit of movement. There's often a lot of contrast. He uses light really well. And there's emphasis there because of the background that he uses. So I'm going to find a specific image that I really like, and that image I'm going to save. I'm going to save. I've had the amazing opportunity to see Kendi Wiley, his image or his paintings in person, and they are huge, guys. They are giant portraits that are just phenomenal. So I really enjoy this artist, and I'm not huge into the postmodernist movement. I really like modernism, which is the movement that came before this one. And then post-impressionism and impressionism are sort of my three favorite. However, within the postmodernist genre, I really enjoy Kendi Wiley. So I'm going to save that. And then I'm just going to upload it to our Google slide. And then everybody in your group will be able to see your slide, if my internet would work. Maybe. So everybody in your group will be able to see the picture that you upload. And then from there, you're going to write what you like about it underneath your picture. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay. So let's start with adding the image, and I will as soon as my Google Slides come open. The internet is being quite slow this morning. All right, so I've got my slide. Only the people in your group will be able to see your slide, and you can make changes. Just don't delete anything. If you didn't put it there, don't delete it, okay? Because somebody else put it there, and we're working in a group, and I'll be able to see who makes changes and who doesn't. And as long as you're participating, that's going to be your grade or part of your grade for the 9 weeks is participation in these group things. So even if you just pop in and type one thing or put up one picture and then make a comment, you're fine. You don't have to be all over it every single day, but I do need to see some participation within this format. So I'm going to go to insert up here at the top, and I'm going to insert the image. I saved it to my computer, so it's there. And we're going to Kendi Wiley, open, and boom, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm just going to move this to the side and then adjust my text box so that I can type out what I like about it. So we're going to move this over, and then I'm going to take this little text box here and just adjust it. And I'm pretty sure most of us know how to do this by now. And then, I like this artist because of his use of color and pattern. Boom, done. Okay, and then leave the slide here. The next slide is where you guys are all going to come in and comment. So, for example, I posted the Kendi Wiley, then maybe Miss Burson is going to come in and she'll leave me comments on this slide. And then she's going to post her picture on this slide. Okay, so we have like picture, my reason, anybody else's comments, next person. So do leave a blank slide between pictures. Okay, leave a blank slide in between the pictures if you can. Otherwise, you can add a slide in between them. If somebody doesn't do that, just add the slide between so we know who we're talking about, right? Who we're talking to. Or you can address people by name. Say, I could say, oh, Miss Burson, I really enjoyed the photo that you put up because of contrast that the artist uses, etc. Or you don't have to like it and you don't have to agree, but you can still express your opinion in an intelligent way, in an academic way. So you could say, I don't particularly like Kendi Wiley because I think that the contrast is too high. That's fine. That's your opinion. You're absolutely allowed to have it. You do not have to like the artist that somebody else picks. You just cannot put, I don't like this artist, and that's it. Or I think it's dumb, right? I think it's ugly. None of that works. That's not helpful. Use your vocabulary words. You could say, I feel like the pattern is distracting, or I feel like the color usage could be better, or whatever, but you can go specific and you can be academic about it and disagree academically without being rude. Okay, there's two big differences there. But I want you to look at the artwork, actually have your opinion ready based upon your principles of design and your elements of art. Okay. And that's always a good guideline on where to start. Now, sometimes you can't put your finger on it, and maybe that's where you want some help. Like, hey, I'm not responding well to this painting, but I'm not exactly sure why. Does anybody have any ideas? Okay, and that works too, because that's all part of this collaboration. Because somebody else could say, I agree, I'm not responding to it either, but I think it's because there's too much contrast, or there's not enough contrast, or the pattern is too much or not enough, or however that works. Okay, be honest, but also be academic in your language. If you have any questions, just email me. Again, you can email me first. So you could say, Ms. Canales, you can email me and say, I want to make this particular comment. I'm not sure it's acceptable. Can you let me know? And then if the comment is acceptable, I will tell you. And if it's not, I'll give you a suggestion on how to word it so that it is. Okay. So if in doubt, email me and we can talk about it before you actually post it into the group. Okay. Because that's also participating. If you're emailing me and you're asking me about this, and then you're still participating. So keep that in mind. Communication is super important, especially doing this remote learning. Okay. Communication is key. All right. So you're going to have a list of artists that you can choose from, or you can upload your own. Just make sure that if you do an artist, that the image that you upload in that particular artist does school appropriate paintings and things like that. Have fun. Enjoy chatting with each other, working together, tossing ideas back and forth. This is going to be huge next week when we actually start doing artwork for our art show or vase or the big things that we've got coming up this spring. Okay.